What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Deadpool and Wolverine. So we are now in the month of July, which means we're in the month when this movie actually comes out. Deadpool and Wolverine, aka Deadpool 3. And please stop disputing in the comment section it's not Deadpool 3. It is literally the third Deadpool movie. You'll find out at the end of the movie why it's actually Deadpool 3. Yes, sir? So, even though the movie's locked and it's basically completed, there is still wild rumors coming out of nowhere to the point where we've got scoopers confirming them, almost like the scene's just been shot recently. This rumor's actually interesting because Hulk fighting Wolverine was just meant to be referenced that a variation of Wolverine has had a fight with a green thing. But now rumors are saying much more. So, Deadpool 3 based video. So, yo, it's freaking good, YouTube boys. Do you have your new anime subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel DC Kaiju Monsterverse pop culture based content? If you're new around here, make subscribe to never miss any of the content we do around here. If you could, become a channel member. Really supports the channel. Also, if you want to check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also you want to check us out on Twitter, Warstu G. All right, let's get into it. So the month of Deadpool, you're going to see billboards literally everywhere. There was a Happy Canada Day billboard put up in Canada, obviously on the 1st of July, to promote the fact that it was Canada Day, which was kind of cute because, you know, Ryan Reynolds is from Canada and all that kind of stuff. Also, Deadpool and Wolverine is taking over New York Times Square, which is predictable. Like I said, they're going to go way hyperbolic with the marketing it's needed for this movie. Because even though the film, movie, Twitter community is hype, the general audience still doesn't really know what the freaking hell is going on with this movie. Pre-ticket sales are pretty cool. So ever since they released the Sabretooth footage with Wolverine fighting Sabretooth, as we know from the behind the scenes footage, it's going to last about 6 seconds and Wolverine's going to take his head off. And we know that scene's being cut in such a way that it's probably not even going to play out the way it looks like it is. So we've waited 26 years for this fight. Okay, cool story. So ever since this has come out, a lot of people are like, yo, it should be the Wolverine versus Hulk fight we've wanted for the longest time ever, which is cool. We do want that. As we know, all the super duper Twitter scoopers have literally been saying there's a Wolverine versus Hulk movie in the works for like the last, since Endgame came out in 2009, actually pretty much before then. So there's been a Hulk, World War Hulk standalone movie with them fighting each other for the last 5 to 6 years. And as we know so far, nothing has been filmed. There is some really cool fan kind of animated efforts of this, and I may put it in the video, but as you know, if you know anything about the internet, using footage is sometimes very difficult. So when Alex Perez starts talking about this alleged Wolverine versus Hulk scenario, it's interesting because Alex Perez is one of the few scoopers that actually doesn't talk, in my opinion. But I think in this scenario, he might just be. I actually know exactly what they're talking about. And it's not misleading, but it is kinda. So Alex said this GIF has gotten way too much attention in a negative way. So he posted a GIF on June the 30th of Hulk screaming and a Wolverine GIF saying, "Let's go." Okay, it's getting too much attention and people assuming what I was trying to say. So allow me to elaborate. Yes, these two face off in Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, do they though? No, they don't. It's really not what you think. But it's not going to go the way many of you think it will. And then this has been backed up with, you know, My Time to Shine. It literally said a few days ago, no, this doesn't happen. Cryptic HD is somewhat reliable sometimes, also doesn't think it's gonna happen. But all of a sudden now, My Time to Shine is getting on this bandwagon that there is a scene. So, careful for spoilers, I don't want to ruin the movie for you. It's literally a 10-second cameo. They don't fight. It's literally a 10-second cameo where the Hulk has a conversation, and that is coming from a very reliable source. So like I said, they're not fighting each other. They may tease something, sure, bro, but it's not gonna be a fight. I mean, sure, it is technically a face-off, but also what is interesting is, just like the Iron Man post-credit scene that no one would actually talk about publicly, they've not even said which Wolverine it is. We know Henry Cavill's got a cameo as a variant of Wolverine. We know Daniel Radcliffe has. Also, they've not even said which Hulk is it. It's all right saying, yeah, Hulk and Wolverine have a face-off, and realistically, they're just talking, or Hulk's just talking, realistically. But they've not even said which Hulk is it. There's so many interpretations of which Hulk it actually could be. But I do find it funny because no one's committing to saying what it actually is, even though it's already out there because the scoopers are all saying it. And for some reason, out of the blue, right at the end of June, stroke early July, they all of a sudden now, yeah, Hulk and Wolverine are in a sequence together. But like I said, it's not actually a fight. And if it's not a fight, it doesn't really count. What is the point of putting it in there? Fan service? Yeah, this will be fan service. Unless Marvel actually have the rights back to Hulk, which to put Hulk in a standalone movie, the rights are still at Universal, although there's many YouTube videos and many people have been trying to tell you for the longest time possible they have the rights back to Hulk. No, they don't. They really don't, because if they had the rights back to the Hulk, we would have already seen Hulk in a standalone movie being World War Hulk, because everybody wants that. And Kevin Feige knows that movie would absolutely bang. And they could stick Wolverine in there as well. So it's all right saying, yeah, they've got the rights back, but they haven't, because we would already have a Hulk standalone movie. Yeah, I get it. They can use Hulk in a TV show capacity like they did with She-Hulk, like they kind of set up World War Hulk. I mean, it is pretty cool they can use Hulk like they did in Thor Love and Thunder and kind of like they did in Infinity War. But please temper your expectations for what this actually is. It's not even close to what people were saying. It's literally a 10-second cameo, and also we do see the Hulk in the TVA on the screen, just like we see the rest of the Avengers on a screen. I mean, I'm still a bit skeptical about whether Hulk is actually going to appear in a standalone kind of 10-second cameo talking sequence, if you like, but I don't know. No one will commit to saying which actual Hulk it is and which Wolverine it is. It doesn't mean it's going to be Hugh Jackman. It's going to be a variation of it. But what's interesting is this has only recently come out over the last maybe 3-4 days top, yet they wrapped filming like a week ago or so, so that would have been before that. So they kept something under the wraps. So are they going to keep the Jonathan Majors Kang is returning thing under the wraps as well? Going to be very interesting to find out what actually happens when we see it. But like I said, it's literally a 10-second cameo. Don't be expecting an all-out fight. There is hype for this movie. It is good. I just hope this movie can do as well as what people are expecting. Into Light 2 did bang $1 billion in 19 days, the most successful animated movie to hit $1 billion the fastest. But what's interesting about this is the first movie this year to bang $1 billion. So I actually do think Deadpool 3 could maybe do 1.5 billion. I still don't think it's going to do 2 billion, but depends on the rewatchability. From the plot leak, we've literally gone over the whole plot leak maybe 2 videos back. That is literally the most realistic plot leak that's out there. And if it's wrong, I would just say where it came from, if it's wrong. But if it's not wrong, I won't say where it's come from. So does this movie have the rewatchability? I don't know. I definitely don't think it does on the same level of the nostalgia level for like No Way Home did and Endgame did, but maybe if it is going to get close to that number, going to have huge rewatchability. Let's be honest, lads and ladettes, I don't think it does, but it looks like a very good movie. Can't wait to see it. There is some early preview events. There's one in England on the 12th of July, which is a preview event, and there's a bunch around the world, mainly in America, I presume. But it's like 20-30 minutes preview. I don't really understand why studios do this. I get it because they may be allowed to talk about this kind of stuff, but as we know, the world premieres in New York on the 22nd of July. So careful for full spoilers after that date, because generally all the press screeners and media screeners happen before or during or at the same time as the world premiere. So full spoilers will be out on the 22nd, but realistically, I think we've already spoken about everything in this movie in the last plot leak video we did. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us on Twitter, Warstu, and I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.